Hello, my friends, and welcome to this part of our writing course into which we are going to discuss punctuation marks, go through them one by one, and know how to use them in order to make our pieces of writing, whether they are paragraphs, essays, articles, or any other type of pieces of writing, professional. As you see here, my friends, I have divided this course into two parts. The first part starts from the period till the quotation marks, while the second part is going to start from the braces and ends at the double dagger. Actually, my friends, the idea of this course came from, let's say, well, my friends, to tell the truth, my friends, the idea of this course came from an article I have read about 3 or 4 months ago in one of the famous periodics that is interested in English literature, and highlighted that more than 90% of English learners, whether those who are learning English for academic reasons, for example, to take the IELTS, the TOEFL, the PTE, or the proficiency exams of the universities, or those who want to prepare their thesis in master degree or PhD, or even publish some articles, or they are even interested in English literature, or those who are learning English to develop their writing skills. More than 90% of them, my friends, couldn't recognize how to use most of the common punctuation marks, like the question mark, like the exclamation point, the dash, and some of them didn't know even what the semicolon is. In this course, my friends, we are going to have classes, separated and independent ones. In each class, we are going to take one of these punctuation marks in isolation, study it, dissect it into depth, and know when to use it and when not to use it, and the most common mistakes some students have been making in the IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, and proficiency exams, or those who are publishing their articles in the most famous periodics in the world. Now, my friends, which one of these punctuation mark we are going to talk about today? I will give you the choice to choose. Well, correct. We are going to talk about this one. Now, my friends, let's start talk about it and dissect it into depth. Now, my friends, let's talk about brackets, or we call them square brackets. For the square brackets, my friends, I would like to call them the children or grandchildren of the parentheses, as we are going to see in their uses. The first use, my friends, of square brackets is to add or clarification or information inside a quote. Let's consider this example. The witness stated he, meaning the officer, took the car. As you see, my friends, here we have taken this part from a novel, for example, and the reader who hasn't read the previous chapters of the novel cannot recognize who is referred to with the pronoun he. That's why we add this clarification to tell the reader that he refers to the officer. Now, my friends, here we have the second use is to indicate added, missed, or changed words in a quotation. Generally, my friends, sometimes when we quote something or someone, generally we need to change or to add or to delete some words from the quotations according to our need. In here, my friends, and to be fair and to be trustworthy, we should refer to the part we changed for our readers. In here, my friends, for example, then he said to be or not to be, that is the question. For example, maybe in the original text, it was the word the matter. So we changed it to serve a specific reason or a specific actualization in our piece of writing. That's why we changed it into the word question to serve our purpose. Maybe we can delete it, but we should put them into square brackets, or we change, or we miss, or sometimes we add new words or extra words to the quotation, and we should always enclose them in square brackets to show the reader that those words are not from the original quotation. And here, my friends, to add information inside parentheses. And here, my friends, it is like explaining what is being explained. Let me give you an example. He mentioned his trip to Paris. So this sentence gives a full meaning, but we want to add more information to clarify what happened. We say, and how much he enjoyed the museums. We could have stopped here and we enclose the parentheses, but we wanted to be more specific, and we say, especially the Louvre. And here, my friends, this is an explanation of this one, which is all an explanation of the previous sentence. So, my friends, let's say the general or the main explanation is put into parentheses, as we said before, essential or definition. Here, extra information, and the extra information is put into the square brackets. And the fourth use, my friends, here is to show editorial corrections or comments. Often, generally, we use SIC or the SIC. And here, my friends, sometimes you quote from a book. You take a part from this book, and while quoting this author or this writer, you discover that this writer made a mistake in his book. And in this case, my friends, you want to tell your reader that you are quoting this person, knowing that this person made a mistake in this part specifically. So, my friends, as a professional writer, if I am quoting, for example, from another scientist or another novelist, and I notice that the original text in the original book from which I am quoting has a mistake, how can I refer to this mistake to my reader? Here, my friends, when we quote someone and we notice a mistake in the original text, sometimes the mistake could be grammatical or spelling or factual mistake. In here, we keep the mistake as it is, and we follow the mistake with SIC, of course, enclosed in square brackets and italicized. Here, my friends, what is this SIC? This SIC is a Latin word, and it refers to the word thus or so, and generally, my friend, this word refers to the existence of a problem. In here, let me give you some examples. Sam said, here I'm reporting Sam, the report mentioned significant improvement. Generally, my friends, in here, as you see, we have a quotation inside a big quotation. Look, this is double quotation marks. This is the general quotation or the main quotation, and inside this quotation there is another quotation. So we are reporting Sam, who is reporting the significant improvement inside the report, and we use SIC here to refer to the mistake in the word improvement with double O. Generally, the word improvement should include one O. That's why we leave it as it is. We add those square brackets and we add SIC to refer to the existence of a problem. Second one here, Sarah wrote, Sam don't like cake. And here, my friends, the problem is in don't, it should be doesn't. So I write SIC to tell my reader that although I am quoting Sarah in her book, Still, there is a mistake in the original book, and I am writing is exactly the same words, knowing that there is a mistake among them. The third one here, the magazine states World War II occurred in 1991. And in here, my friends, I am reporting what the magazine mentioned. And then here, I am referring to my, and in here, my friends, I am telling my readers that I know that the World War II didn't occur in 1991. It was, for example, 1943, as I remember. In here, my friends, I am just saying what they said, knowing that they are mistaken. So, my friends, we use this SIC with the square brackets when we quote someone and we know that this person we are quoting has made a mistake in his or her original text, and we refer to the mistake using SIC. Well, that's it for today. My friends, I hope that you have enjoyed watching this video and learned how to use the punctuation mark we explained today. And I hope, my friends, that in the future you are going to be capable of using this punctuation mark correctly and precisely and accurately in the pieces of writing you are going to go through in the future. Again, my friends, allow me before I finish this class to remind you of the importance of punctuation marks course for all English learners, whether those who are preparing for their TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, or proficiency exams, or those who are writing their thesis, articles for PhD and master degree. And also, my friends, for those who are looking for a good job and to improve their careers, which are related to writing. For us, my friends, the English people, punctuation marks are very important, so be careful while using them. So, my friends, if you haven't understood one of the points or one of the uses of the punctuation mark we have talked about today, please try to play this video again and try to play some Kahoot games which are going to be related to the same punctuation mark. Again, my friends, study harder to get better. Thank you and see you in the next class. Goodbye.